That's sorry.
She robbed me of everything. And if I die of colon cancer, it's on her.
J. Lulu's team has officially hired bots because
Callie Marisa Roth has tragically passed away just days after exposing Oprah and Diddy, leading many to suspect that Diddy may be involved. Check out her insights on the entire Diddy situation.
You guys, this blind item from 2008 literally says, Diddy did it. That's it. The Los Angeles Times reported yesterday that Sean Combs basically started the entire East Coast, West Coast rap war by masterminding the assault on Tupac Shakur in New York City back in 1994. You guys remember, I can't think of his name right now, the guy who's in prison and in 2023 started running his mouth about Diddy's involvement in all of this stuff and how he's like, I'm innocent. From the time of the assault until his death, Tupac had always said that Combs knew about the 1994 shooting. Now the Times has several sources who corroborated that story. Notorious B.I.G. was also one of the people behind the assault, according to the newspaper. This story is a lie, Combs said in a statement on Monday. It is beyond ridiculous and is completely false. That's exactly what he said about all of the allegations that he settled with Cassie for. Neither Biggie nor I had any knowledge of any attack before, during, or after it happened. Well, if it is a lie, then I'm sure Mr. Combs will be filing a lawsuit against the Times now, won't he? If you are ever going to file a lawsuit for libel, this is the one to do it on, because right now there are millions of people all over the world who will now be 100% convinced that not only did Combs plan the assault on Tupac, but they must have had something to do with it. Is unaliving. Diddy has always fancied himself the kingpin of his own little world. Let's not forget his little altercation with Pew Pews and J-Lo a few years ago, which has come to light recently, and how that was basically the end for them. They were fake anyway, according to Kim Porter. I've always thought of Diddy as a pompous a-hole who thinks he's some kind of godfather when in actuality he's a little punk. Look, Tupac wasn't perfect, but he also didn't claim to be anyone or anything that he wasn't. That's so true. Just because he didn't want to sign with Combs, the punk didn't mean he needed to be shot. That's why I never knew that's why this whole time, Tupac was like, I'm not going to let you Usher and Justin Bieber me, like, going forward in the years. He didn't know that that's what the term for it was then. Oh, he definitely did. Who the hell does that? So if you take this out to the farthest point, you basically have Diddy still alive and making all the money while he set the chain of events in motion that unalived his alleged best friend, B.I.G., and prior to that, Tupac. So you go ahead, Diddy, and make all your stupid reality shows and create celebrities out of people who are really closer to Ashley Dupree than actual celebrities. J-Lo. Keep pretending you are this huge mogul. Oh, sure, you have lots of money and get to do it with people. I'm not going to read that out loud. Okay. But you also probably have to look over your shoulder all the time also, and that is probably going to become a frantic bob and a weave after this story becomes really widespread. Take care. And you know what was never taken down? That article. Alexa, play. I won't do it. Karma by Taylor Swift. Obviously, I had to stop crying about my main account to come here and do the blind item. The Diddy and J-Lo was fake blind item by none other than Kim Porter from 2007. And yes, his stuff is in his mom and kid's name. The house in LA is in his daughter's name, so looks promising. But that's with Diddy. There's been blind items for a few months now saying that he's been offloading all of his assets, putting them in his mom's name, putting them in his kid's name, putting them in offshore bank accounts. I don't know if anyone wants to let the Department of Homeland Security know to check the Cayman Islands and check his mom, because his mom is hiding all of his assets. Allegedly non-real property. So real properties like real estate and stuff like that. Any of his cash or cash equivalents or investment securities, all that stuff allegedly went to his mom and then went to offshore bank accounts. It's not a good sign that Kim Porter refers to Diddy as Mr. Combs in her interviews. This is a guy who fathered her kids and who has been with her for at least 10 years, and she's calling him Mr. Combs. This is from 2007, okay? In the brief portion of the interview that was released early, Kim says that Diddy cheated on her, but it would only say that Sienna, and this is Sienna Miller, Sienna and Diddy were friends and that Sienna wasn't the cause of the breakup. It's literally proof. Diddy takes Sienna home. 1/29/2007. Dude, Sienna Miller, by the way, I think she's Becky with the good hair. She literally gets with everyone, but they were at a MySpace party at Tao. That's so funny, actually. As far as J-Lo and Diddy goes, it seems as if Diddy and Kim were together the entire time he was with Jennifer Lopez. Now, I know people are giving, including myself, J-Lo shit for her horrible lip syncing and the $20 million she spent on a narcissism project. However, I will stop talking about all of that, J-Lo, if you speak up about Diddy. If you speak up about Diddy, you're the only one who hasn't. Okay, a quote from Kim Porter. Quote, "It was an embarrassment. I never thought it was real. I knew what was going on with him." Kim Porter didn't talk about Aubrey O'Day, but there are a lot of blind items suggesting something happened there. I hope, Aubrey loves to talk. I would love to hear her talk. Didn't she refuse to sign the NDA from Diddy? Maybe she's the one that's been talking to the FBI. Oh, one last hint, by the way, NAMBLA. I've been talking about them. I talked about them on my main account, even had to get rid of a blind item because I was so scared about speaking publicly about that. NAMBLA, that's one of Diddy's trafficking connections. Look into that. Look into that. Look into that. That's a big hint. Speaking of on a level like Diddy, you don't go to his parties either. Remember yesterday in this TikTok, I was like, Diddy's having the worst week ever. And he got sued and had to settle with Cassie for $20 million. Guess what, you guys? I am Nostradamus because it literally is Diddy's worst week ever. Diddy's home's raided in connection with federal trafficking probe. Now, the bad news is, you guys, is that according to the blind items, he's known this was coming. And he's known this was coming for a few months now because he's been hiding assets. And his mommy's been helping him allegedly. Gonna let this one marinate for a second. Diddy's sons, King and Justin, are in cuffs. And when you harm other people's children, bad things happen to your own. And when your own kids harm other people's children. So 2 different homes were raided today. The coordinated raids were conducted in Los Angeles and Miami. So simultaneous raids. This is like giving that Narcos series on Netflix by armed Department of Homeland Security agents, with local law enforcement assisting sources with the knowledge of the matter, told TMZ. And by the way, too, there's been a lot of blind items lately about like the tunnels coming from like LA and all of these like border cities, border states. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. So it is believed that these raids are tied to the mounting allegations leveled against him. Justin, come on, Usher, now's your chance. Come forward. Let's put the cherry on top. And that's where, since Cassie, 3 additional women and 1 man have come forward and sued Diddy for allegations of this exact type of shit. 3 of the Jane Does and 1 John Doe had been interviewed by prosecutors in this investigation, which concerns trafficking, assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. Okay, so I thought I was having the worst day ever, but turns out Diddy is, and I feel a little bit better about that. I'm gonna go back to crying about my account though. This article also just dropped today. Diddy accused of dispatching his agents to harass Lil Rod's daughter following lawsuit. So you guys remember, Lil Rod is the only male victim that has publicly made allegations against Diddy and filed a lawsuit. And this is interesting that as his homes, all 3 of his homes are being raided. Okay, pictured here. This is his Star Island home in Miami with Homeland Security. Hey boys, but this drops. A lawyer for Lil Rod has accused Diddy of concerning behavior following their client's recently headlined lawsuits. As reported in February, Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr.'s $30 million lawsuit was the latest to name the Bad Boy Records founder, who was last year accused of rape and abuse in a quickly settled lawsuit from Cassie. Rod's allegations against Diddy include essay, with a rep having since denied the claims. So remember, Diddy's attorney, Sean Hawley. Hey, Sean Hawley, how's your day today? How's it going? Well, yeah, you guys having a great day over there? I hope not. Called the allegations against her client outlet. A woman? You're a woman and you represent this man? Oh my God, do better, woman. And accused Rod of lying. Quote, Lil Rod is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name dropping about events, I feel like, had something to do with this raid. that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to get Homeland Security to raid Diddy's homes. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are completely true. I'm paraphrasing as I go. Our attempts to share this proof with Mr. Jones' attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have been ignored because he's busy talking to Homeland Security and the FBI. I know that there are 3 women and 1 man that recently filed suits against Diddy. So again, you know, oh my God, I'm getting chills just thinking about her name. Cassie. Not all heroes wear capes, but there are certain heroes and their name are motherfucking Cassie. Cassie, this would not have happened if it wasn't for Cassie. And what an amazing woman, Cassie!
Diddy on video pacing around airport after 2 federal raids. TMZ has the first video of Diddy after his homes were raided by the feds Monday, and instead of being in handcuffs and on the ground, the guy was kind of just walking around. So you guys, who else has heard that leaked Meek Mill audio? Yeah, I just experienced it shortly ago. There was a blind item about it. Very much allegedly. Yep, true. But that was a lot. Okay, back to the article. So TMZ alleges that this video is from 3 p.m. on Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific time on Monday, which is 6 p.m. Miami time. And that's where, like, there's been some reporting discrepancies or people have said that. So a couple hours after the raids at his homes got underway at the Miami Apalaca Executive Airport, where witnesses tell us Diddy and some other people got stopped by the feds. He's pacing around outside a customs office at the airport. He's not being detained, and he certainly doesn't seem to be in custody there. Instead of Diddy is just walking around all by him lonesome. So I don't understand why his 2 sons got arrested. They raided 3 of his homes. And Diddy is just going on vacation. What? Are you guys pulling an Epstein? Are you pulling an Epstein? Is he really in custody? I'm just kidding. Would that be funny? Yeah, I actually have a question about Diddy's son's arrest. Is this negotiations? Do you see that? So I googled this. Doesn't it look like that? Here's another form of it. Right? What else would it say? You know? Because Diddy wasn't arrested. You know what I mean?
Wow, she really had a lot of information. Diddy wasn't her only target. She also exposed Jay-Z and suggested that he could be facing jail time soon. It seems she had quite the list of people who might want her silenced or worse.
You want more, I'll give you more. By the way, before I forget, Jay-Z's Made in America Festival canceled for the 2nd year in a row. The permanent A-list rapper thought there would be a fair chance he would be in jail by the time Labor Day rolled around, so canceled his festival. Why does Jay-Z allegedly think that there is a fair chance he will be in jail by the time Labor Day has rolled around? We will find out soon, because we are doing the Jay-Z Blind Deep Dive next on the Patreon. And now, woo! But anyway, that's the latest. But also, and I cannot stress this enough, Beyonce is not her husband, and she was also allegedly heavily groomed by Jay-Z. On a similar and mildly related to Jay-Z, but definitely Diddy note, by the way, okay, so Stevie J and 50 Cent have been fucking feuding, beefing on Instagram, since Diddy's homes were raided. Stevie J just hit back at 50 by posting the police report from his pew-pewing, where he said he got pew-pewed 9 times. Stevie J, I love watching grown men fight. They are, like, women don't do this. Only grown-ass men do that are gangstas, right? The girls are fighting. So this is the other picture. Uncle Tom lied to y'all. Ain't get hit no 9 times, only took 3. Hot ones, oh, Curtis. So anyway, but Stevie J has not really hit back yet, except he started to 13 minutes ago.
Following her death, there was a lot of speculation regarding the actual cause.
Kyle, Marisa, Roth, follow me. last week before she passed, and I was confused about it. And then today I found this, that she was beating colon cancer, and it makes sense why she followed me now. I just want to say two things. One, we don't know why she died yet, but if she has gone from this earth because someone other than colon cancer did this to her, two, I will be fighting that battle for her. You want more? I'll give you more. Obviously, I'm not riding yet. The horses are still in the stable. We don't know what happened to her, but I'm just saying we might have to ride at dawn.
I think that Kyle would be losing her shit with the amount of coverage her death is getting from all over the country. Like, every news house has reported on it. I do have an update as of today. So it appears as though Kyle was in Baltimore, Maryland. I thought she was from Pennsylvania, but she was with the medical examiner in Baltimore, Maryland. And they did confirm that the autopsy was conducted and it was finished, but her cause of death is pending a toxicology report, and it could take 60 to 90 days for that to be finalized. So unfortunately, we're not going to know for quite a while what the outcome is. I'm sure it will be reported on heavily. Continue speculating. I'm sure Kyle would have loved that. She would love the gossip. She would love the blinds about her. Let's hope it's nothing sinister. So yeah, I told y'all I would update you, so that's why I'm letting you know.
Is Jennifer Lopez responsible for Kyle Marisa Roth passing away? Because a lot of people are alleging that it's her fault. Now, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, Kyle's account got banned, and there was a lot of speculation of why that happened. But according to this Forbes article, Jennifer Lopez was the reason why Kyle Marisa Roth's account got banned. Now, in this article, it states that several creators claim to have received copyright strikes from their TikTok accounts in response to their critical commentary on the greatest love story never told. Now, Kyle got it the worst because a lot of her TikToks contained footage from that project by J-Lo, and it was because of that her account got permanently banned. Now, this next part is key. Because her account got banned, she lost so much money from March, which affected her ability to access necessary medical care. Now, a lot of people didn't realize this, but she was living with colon cancer this whole time. And I'm going to play you a clip where she talks about that a little bit and how she blames J-Lo for this.
Estimating that, quote, J-Lo is costing more than 4 figures of income just for March 2024, unquote, which affects her ability to access necessary medical care. Yeah, I can't get a colonoscopy anytime soon. Can't afford it. And you guys already know I'm overdue. And I missed Colon Cancer Awareness Month, where I was going to use my 700,000 follower platform to talk about my experience. But, J. Lulu had a narcissistic meltdown. So that, she robbed me of everything. And if I die of colon cancer, it's on her.
Now, keep in mind, this is all alleged when it comes to J-Lo and Kyle Marisa Roth. But with this Forbes article that came out last month, and Kyle's video of her talking about J-Lo causing her unalivement, J-Lo is not looking good. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
And also, my brain's not 100%. But yes, somebody mentioned Kyle Marisa Roth. Let's talk about her. Sad. Especially for her family. You know, I try to be very sensitive about these things. However, you know, we can only speculate. So even speculating, I think, would normally be bad. But Kyle Marisa Roth was this creator who had a big following on TikTok, and all she did was speculate. And I was not a fan, okay? I'm not going to be hypocritical. It's sad that she's dead. She's just 36 years old, but I did not like what she did. I did not respect what she did. All that she would do was read blind items that she didn't even write herself. Blind items, Nakia, are where you don't reveal the name of the person you're talking about. You're like, this A-lister or this famous musician, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Anyways, her family has said that they don't know cause of death, which that's where the speculation comes in, right? She's 36 years old. If she had been battling depression, I would like to think her family was aware of that. If she had been battling anorexia, I would like to think her family was aware of that. But it's possible that she could have kept both of those hidden from them.
Some have speculated that her death was due to an overdose, which seems like a rather convenient explanation, if you ask me.
Okay guys, it's gonna blow your mind. I was just going through all of Kyle's videos and I found this video that she has been taking this sleep medication that just so happens to have this in it. So this is what she said she was taking. Tranquil Sleep, okay? 5-HTP, suntheanine, and melatonin. But the 5-HTP is what we need to focus on. Okay, so EMS, okay, is what can be caused by 5-HTP, okay? The NIH warns of possible danger in taking 5-HTP, stating in 2015 some people who have taken it have come down with, I can't say it, they call it EMS. What's EMS? So EMS is a rare condition that affects your muscles, skin, and lungs. Common symptoms include muscle pain, skin rash, breathing problems. Severe symptoms can be life-threatening. Look at this video.
I've also had multiple stomach surgeries, so I have like absorption issues. So sometimes like taking capsule pill form doesn't actually like go into my system. I just end up, goes out the other end. The chewable kind, it's by Stress Relax, Tranquil Sleep, 5-HTP, suntheanine, and melatonin. Dosage is 2 pills. I'm not gonna lie, I take 10 pills a night, but that fucking works.
Yeah, so you just saw that. She's taking 10 a night, okay? That was on April 4th. I don't know how many she was taking before then or how long she's been taking it, but seeing how she was like, dealing with, colon cancer and health problems, stuff like that, this could possibly be the reason why. And also her autopsy has come back, but they need to do a toxicology report to see what exactly happened.